I'm John Scott here with Tungsten Tales at the Lakeside Country Club, the home of World Darts, for the 43rd Winmore World Masters Finals, one of the most prestigious events in the BDO calendar. But it's a newly formed event here behind me in the Canal Suite that's really taken our interest, the WDDA World Disability Masters. 16 players from all around the world are competing for that title, and the final will be held tomorrow on the Lakeside stage. So what is the WDDA? We spoke to the organisers Sarah Smale and Jackie Gill.
Well, the WDDA was set up a few years ago to encourage people with all disabilities to play darts, and it was founded in Australia, and the first breakthrough was when they agreed, the WDF agreed a lower height dartboard for wheelchair players. Following on from that, at the World Masters in 2014 we had our first tournament, and it's grown from there, and now we're encouraging people of all disabilities, whether they're standing or wheelchair players, to play and join in.
So who exactly qualifies as a disabled darts player?
Well, we're trying to encourage people with all disabilities to play, but for tournament playing we have an eligibility criteria that's based on the International Paralympic guidelines and looks at a spectrum of physical disabilities, and there's 8 physical disabilities that we look at, and it depends on the severity of the disability as well, because some disabilities will vary in severity, but in essence if the disability affects the way they play the sport then they would be eligible.
But these players weren't just handpicked. There's a full calendar year of qualification.
Yeah, throughout the year we hold several ranking events. Any of them can enter, any of our players can enter, or other disabled players can enter if they wish. Next year we've got 8 events that will be ranking, which basically the winner and runner-up down get points, and they all qualify to all the World Masters.
And the first player through to the final was a familiar face, reigning champion Vincent de Hont.
For me it's amazing. I looked at the draw and I saw first Paul Hampton. I know Paul, he's a good player. But I came up here, I see one game at a time. I came up here and I played well. So I said, maybe I got chances against Rob. I don't know Rob, I never played him. I saw him playing in Blackpool, he won Blackpool. And but still the focus was there. I came 2-0 down. And suddenly something changes. I got my double 19. And suddenly all went the right way. All went the right way. So I'm very happy to be here at the final.
And his opponent will be a newcomer to WDDA, Richard Green.
It's the first time I've done a tour, ever. So to get to the final, it's just a dream come true. There's nothing else you can say. That's what you play for. I've been lucky, and I'm just going to make the most of it and just enjoy it.
So that's the players. But what about the thoughts of BDO MC Richard Ashdown?
Well, when I first heard about the WDDA event, being at the World Masters, I, like everybody else, wondered how it would pan out. The players seemed to take to it like duck to water or swan to lake. Absolutely fantastic. And the first thing that came over to me was the interest from everybody else. Of course there's interest from the disabled players, they want to be part of it, but it's the interest from everybody else, how enthusiastic they are about the event. The BDO's mantra is darts for all, so of course we should have disabled darts. And I've had fun with the playing board. I've MC'd and refereed the 3 WDDA World Masters finals, and I do forget to turn the board from time to time. But what a great initiative. I mean, when you can have a wheelchair player taking on a standing player and just having that quick flip of the board, absolutely seamless, it's brilliant. And I must confess I quite fancy playing on the lower board myself.
Winmore have been key supporters of the event since its inception and are still encouraging further growth.
So we've had 3 years now with the World Disability Darts Federation, which has been involved in the Wimble World Masters. Seeing that and seeing the guys with disabilities come into darts, their passion for the game is absolutely fantastic, and I don't think I've seen many areas of the game where there's been much more excitement about participation. So if you want to get involved, look at disability darts just type into Google. Now Sarah Smale is running the UK side of things, her and Phil Lees I believe, and they're doing a fantastic job. They're bringing money into the game, awareness into the game, and we're now looking at a situation, we're on the cusp where I think something really exciting could happen.
But now double 10, fraction inside. Well, there we are, a wonderful victory for Vincent Daunt of Belgium. Manages to retain the title and in style with an excellent display of finishing in particular. He has won by 3 legs to 0.
I'm feeling great. I think this one for me is more excited than last year. Now I was the man to beat, and the level of the disability darts has raised, and you never for granted, if you never for sure that you're gonna win. Every game is tough. Every game you have to play, you have to focus, you have to go for it. And I did it, so I'm glad. I'm very happy.
Now, obviously, the year going forward, you'll be the reigning champion again and back next year. Where do you see the future for the disability darts? Do you see it growing even further?
I think it will take a massive growth, because now we have contacts with Germany, with Italy, Hungary. There's some player over there. I even heard America will start a big thing. Once America involved, it's a big country. Many players over there who are possibly darts players. I think it will take a massive growth.
So that's it for another World Masters, and congratulations to Vinny de Hont on retaining his World Disability title. With further expansion into Europe and more tournaments planned in 2017, the WDDA can only be getting even bigger.